Good evening, hello and welcome once again to our special coverage where we've had another incredible day in Indian elections. This time, Bihar has thrown a landslide verdict, the kind of verdict that does reverberate across the country because the NDA, the BJP-JDU-led alliance, has scored a remarkable victory, 202 seats out of 243. There you can see the buildings of the Legislative Assembly, and they are going to be populated this time by the Bharatiya Janata Party and the JDU. Let's take a look at those numbers. As you look at them, BJP at 89 and the Janata Dal United close behind at 85. It's been a remarkable day for these two allies to come together and create what we are calling the Nemo wave, Nitish and Modi. And that really has changed, many believe, the politics of Bihar. How is it all playing out in vote share? Because remember, RJD got 25, the Congress just 6 seats, the once mighty Congress. Even in terms of vote share, it's been a bit of a complete demolition job done. Take a look at the vote share of the BJP, 20%. JDU, the biggest gainer. They got a 5% jump compared to last time. They are up to 19 at the 239. On the other side, RJD got 23%, just down 1% in terms of vote share, but a huge impact on seats. And the Congress got 8% of the vote. So there has overall, between the two Gathbandhans, been an 8% gap. The Mahagathbandhan got about 37-38% of the vote, but on the other side, you've got 48% of the vote going to the NDA. That's been the big story of the day. 200 and plus. 202 plays 35. It's been a complete rout, an innings defeat, if you want to call it that in cricketing terms. In a moment, my colleague Maria Shakil will join me on this special broadcast. But first, the headlines.
The landslide victory in Bihar breaches the 200 mark for the first time in 15 years, with BJP emerging as the single largest party.
Prime Minister Modi slams the Congress in his victory speech for their poor performance, suggests that there could soon be a divide in the ranks, declares that the BJP's next mission is Bengal 2026.
बंगाल में भाजपा की विजय का रास्ता भी बना दिया है.
After Bihar's victory, suspense over Kaun Banega Chief Minister. BJP says NDA allies will pick together the Chief Minister. JDU maintains Nitish was, is and will be the Chief Minister.
Tejashwi Yadav fails his biggest leadership test, wins his Raghopur seat, but with a greatly reduced margin after a tough fight. Rebel brother Tej Pratap takes the Vilas jibe at him, but he too loses.
Congress party hits another poll low, secures only 6 seats out of 61 seats that they had contested, blames the Election Commission for Bihar poll debacle.
Told to the national conference in Jammu and Kashmir, BJP wins the Nagrota by-poll, PDP victorious in Budgam, which Chief Minister Omar Abdullah had vacated.
Some good news for the Congress party. Naveen Yadav wins the Jubilee Hills by-poll in Telangana by almost 25,000 votes.
And a big crackdown in the Red Fort blast case. Bomber Mohammad Umar's house is demolished by the security forces in J&K's Pulwama. He is believed to be the one who did the bomb that claimed 13 lives. Okay, what Okay, what Maria and I are going to do in this hour is get you a lot of the news makers. Then we'll also have analysis in the second hour. This is a special 2-hour broadcast. And joining us now is our first guest on this broadcast, someone who is one of the many players of this match in Bihar, Chirag Paswan, the leader of the Lok Janshakti, has plenty of reason to smile, contested 28 seats, won 19 of them, 29, won 19, so an excellent strike rate. Chirag Paswan, you've almost gone where even your father, the late Vilas Paswan, didn't, by scoring a very big strike rate. First of all, congratulations. You must be very, very happy today and may even be remembering your late father, who I recall fondly.
Yes, of course. And I think it's all because of his blessings that, I've managed to reach here. Who knows better than you that after the demise of my father, me, my party, my whole family had to go through so many ups and downs. But eventually, finally, we are here. Nothing can be more satisfying than this. And I know that wherever my father is, he must be really happy and very proud.
Arya?
Yes, and Chirag, I was on the campaign trail with you. You were, of course, emotional, but at the same time, very, very calculative.
Yes.
You had said then that whatever the number of your party MLAs, all of them will be backing Nitish Kumar. Is that something that you maintain even before the legislature party meeting of the NDA?
Yes, of course I do. And I think with this kind of victory, I think a lot credit goes to the Chief Minister's credibility also. No matter how hard the opposition tried to dent his 2 decades tenure and, personal attacks concerning his health concerns and stuff, no matter whatever the opposition tried to do, still the kind of performance the whole alliance did is not possible if we were not having somebody like Nitish Kumar ji leading our alliance. So yes, I'm extremely confident that once again, not only that he led our campaign, he'll also be leading the government for coming 5 years.
So the reason I think that question comes is because, remember, BJP's got 89, the JDU's got 85, so the BJP's got more seats. Do you therefore believe still that Nitish Kumar should be Chief Minister even though the BJP has got more seats?
Well, I think that's exactly how it was last time also, and last time the difference was way bigger than what it is this time. So yes, I do believe, having said it all, listen, I can't talk on behalf of everybody else, but what Maria ji asked me was the question that she asked me that time. So that time also I said that I can at least speak on behalf of my MLAs. And that time also I was very confident and I was very clear that my MLAs will be supporting current Chief Minister once again for the Chief Ministership. And today also I stand by what I said during campaign. But yeah, I don't know what call will be taken by other ally partners, but then I'm pretty sure because the campaign was led under his leadership only. And I think he plays an extremely important role for the whole alliance performing so well.
It's very interesting you're saying all this because, as you said, you went through tough times a few years ago, but so did Nitish Kumar. And many believe that when you campaigned against Nitish ji, that was one of the reasons that the JDU declined. Some thought you were propped up by the BJP to cut Nitish Kumar to size. Today you are heaping praise on Nitish Kumar. Dunya badal gayi hai. 5 saal pehle Nitish Babu was your target. JDU was your target. Today you're firmly standing behind him as Chief Minister's choice.
As we say कि इन 5 सालों में गंगा में से काफी पानी बह गया है, and Rajiv ji, who knows better than you again, who has covered so many elections across the country over the years. So with each passing year, the agendas are different, the alliances are different. Of course, I had my concerns 5 years back, and was the reason why I was contesting alone, because the way I was cornered within the alliance, and it was rightly done. Today, when I look back, though, it could have sounded very childish that why was I not agreeing to what they were offering, because I just lost my father and I was comparatively a very naive face. in the alliance leading my party. So of course nobody would have that kind of a belief in me to give me the kind of numbers that I was expecting in 2020 also. But then this time, over the years, the way me, my party, we have worked really hard. So of course we got what we deserve. But then back then when we didn't get that, of course I had my issues because I was getting cornered within the alliance. So I had no platform, no space to voice my concerns, my suggestions. So then eventually I had no other option but to opt out of the alliance and go all by myself, which I did. And of course that that hampered, I mean, Janata Dal United, it dented them a lot. But then, yes, I mean, that time also, I said this very categorically on record, because when RJD was talking that, you know, they are one of the biggest parties with maximum number of MLAs and stuff, that time also I said on record that had NDA been united, RJD wouldn't have been able to cross even 25, and that's exactly what happened this time. So if and RJD is under any kind of perception that it's their strength which got them so close to power in 2020, or for that matter in 2015 also, the people of Bihar, I think they gave a very clear verdict for Rashtriya Janata Dal and their ally partners in 2010 itself. But then it was because of Nitish Kumar ji in 2015 that they saw a revival. And in 2020, because of me, I think they got this number. But then this time when NDA was united, so they know exactly where they stand.
Chirag, you have used a very interesting word, deserve. Do you think you deserve a deputy chief minister? Your party deserves a deputy chief minister's chair?
I like the way you phrase the question. Well, I think these are few. This is something to be discussed within the alliance. And you know, Mariaji, you know me very well that I always maintain that respect, that what needs to be discussed within the alliance, behind the curtain, needs to remain behind the curtain. So I'll maintain that dignity today also. I'll not be saying anything which needs to be discussed within the alliance. So once it's been discussed then and there, definitely we'll share it with you.
No, but you know, you're saying this, you're being diplomatic, but I recall doing an interview with you and your father together. And your father said his great dream is to ensure that Chirag becomes the chief minister one day. Now, chief minister is one thing. You could become deputy chief minister. You have a choice. Union Minister in Delhi, become a deputy chief minister under Nitish Kumar, learn under him in Bihar. Would you be attracted by the prospect of either for yourself or your party a deputy chief ministership? Your view, your party's view, with 19 seats and also pulling in about 5% plus of that crucial Paswan vote, why would you not want to be deputy chief minister?
So, okay, I think I can answer half of the question very clearly and very categorically. If it comes to me, whether I'll be taking up any post like Deputy Chief Minister and I'll be leaving center for this, no. I think I have a huge responsibility given by my Prime Minister at the central level also. And for coming years, I'll be extremely focused with that. Having said that, will there be any Deputy Chief Minister from my party, or will there be n number of ministers from my party, is something that yet to be discussed. And I think in due course of time, it's just a matter of a day or two, we'll have more clarity on this. And yes, it will be conveyed soon as we discuss.
And Rajdeep, a word on Chirag. He's also among the most followed, you know, on YouTube. His reels go viral on Insta as well. So very Instagrammable.
ये देखिए, film star था एक ज़माने में. He has only become, he was, I don't know whether an accidental film star or an accidental politician. But Chirag, I want you very quickly to tell me if there is one reason why you think the NDA won such a big victory this time. What is that one factor that you believe made the difference?
So I think the inclusiveness in all true sense, you know, inclusiveness of the masses, inclusiveness of the ally partners, you know, looking at as one unit, as one team, you know. It was never that we were talking about Bharatiya Janata Party or Janata Dal United or Lok Janshakti Party, Vilas or Hindustani Awam Morcha or Rashtriya Lok Morcha. We came across as one unit, you know, as NDA, you know, with an extreme clarity that the double engine Sarkar led at the central level by my Prime Minister and at the state level by the Chief Minister. So I think this unity I think gave us that edge. On the contrary, you know, how Mahagathbandhan literally practically collapsed, you know, during the negotiation, and the terms like, you know, friendly fight and stuff popped up. So I think that gave us an edge over the Mahagathbandhan.
Right.
So yes, I think this could be one of the
in
conclusion, why we performed well.
In conclusion, I want to ask you, आप किसके हनुमान बन गए हो? नरेंद्र मोदी जी के या नीतीश कुमार के? Whose Hanuman are you now? या दोनों के?
When it comes to this, I think my answer is very clear. I can't look beyond my Prime Minister. I love him a bit too much for anybody else to share that space. So yes, my complete love and devotion is out and out for my Prime Minister.
We're going to leave it there, Chirag Paswan. Good to have you smiling on the show. Maria chose the right person to fly with, because she probably knew that the chopper was going to land safely, and it certainly has.
And Rajdeep,
Yes.
to be fair, he has the political instinct similar to his father's.
So he knows who was going to win. He knew which way. To be fair, in 2020, he fought on his own, to his credit. He went through a period of isolation, but he has bounced back very, very strongly in this election. Lok Janshakti Party, Vilas leader, Chirag Paswan, one of the men of the match today, winning 19 of the 29 seats that he contested. Thank you very much for joining me here on the show, or joining us here on the show tonight. Just to tell you, Chirag Paswan, of course, is a film star, but you can also win India Today Dekho LED Jeeto contest. That's right. Forget Kaun Banega Crorepati. Here you can watch, answer, win right away. Answer a question every hour. We'll have one more at 10 p.m. and you can win a brand new higher LED TV. Our question now is, when did Nitish Kumar, listen carefully, last contest a Vidhan Sabha election? When did Nitish Kumar last contest a Vidhan Sabha election? WhatsApp your answer, type question 10. Your answer sent to 838-399-4212 and win an LED TV. That's a pretty nice prize to win.
But that one is a tricky one, Rajdeep, because Bihar is a bicameral legislature and he is an MLC.
That's right.
So they have to actually research on that one.
Okay, now we are going to another of our newsmakers at the moment, because remember, amidst the opposition destruction, someone has also within the opposition done rather well. Asaduddin Owaisi contested 15 seats, won 5, the same as he won last time. So for Asaduddin Owaisi, today is a big day. Appreciate your joining us, Mr. Owaisi. What are you going to say to those who said Owaisi will not break a duck this time? You will be zero. Kya kahenge today? What will you tell them?
Well, Rajiv, the people have replied, I am thankful to the Almighty Allah for blessing us with this victory. And I do not want to rub salt into their wounds. You know, they are still licking their wounds by this huge defeat which they have suffered. And you know, we are content, but our some candidates are also still very grieving, also lost. You know, they're upset, they lost. For example, Adil Hassan, our candidate from Balrampur, lost his election with only 350 votes. He took on a 20-year-old MLA from CPIML, and he lost to the LJP candidate with 350 votes. So, you know, we are happy. We are also a bit upset that our candidates have also not been able to win. But anyway, you know, this is all part and parcel of election. We are thankful that people have reposed confidence in Seemanchal. People who took our 4 MLAs and who thought that AIMIM will not win, a big reply has been given to them.
Owaisi sahab, last time you were accused in Bihar of being a vote cutter. आप vote कटुआ थे. और इस बार ये भी कहा जा रहा था, because of that RJD could not reach the majority number. Is this a way of saying that you have now built a base of your own? आपका भी एक anchor vote आ गया है?
Rajdeep, I won't want to put my individual self over here. I'm thankful to the people of Seemanchal, my state president, and all the party leaders who came down from Maharashtra, Imtiaz Jalil from your state, Mufti Ismail Qasmi, Shaukat from UP, Ahmed Balala, you know, Majid Hussain. So it was a collective effort. It was not just a one-man show. And yes, we have proven all of them wrong because the people of Seemanchal said that our vote was for Patang Chhap, and will continue to repose confidence in them. And our whole campaign, especially in Seemanchal, was based on the injustice to Seemanchal that has been done by the various political parties. And I'm thankful to the people of Seemanchal, whether they are Shershawadi, Surjapuri, Kulhaiya, Sheikh, Ansari, whatever denomination. And Rajdeep, let me narrate you an interesting incident. A non-Muslim brother had called me 2 days before election, and he asked me a question that why should I vote for you? You talk about Seemanchal, you talk about justice. Give me one good reason about Seemanchal. I told him, look, go and read Article 30 and 38, subsection 2 of the Constitution, which gives responsibility on the government to ensure that justice is done in an area where justice has not been done. He called me back and he told me that I voted for you. Now this is what it is. So people have, people who have lost the election, they're not able to read it properly. We'll be able to read it not completely, but little bit. So this is it so far.
No, but you see, the fact is, Mr. Owaisi, the Mahagathbandhan says you played the direct Muslim card in a way that they cannot. They cannot go and directly appeal to a Muslim voter in the way you can. The MGB says they wanted to build a more inclusive alliance that included other communities, and that's why they feel they lost in some way a Muslim vote, a chunk of it in Seemanchal, because you went out there and directly appealed to the Muslim vote. What would you say?
That is absolutely rubbish. There are 14% Yadav and you give them 36% votes. There are only 3.5% of Mallas, and the leader says, I'll be the deputy CM. You have given tickets on the basis of caste, and what have you given tickets to Muslims? A lollipop. And these people have the audacity to blame me.
Sir,
I had talked about the discrimination done to Seemanchal. I have said that you have made Tejashwi deputy CM for 4 years, Lalu and his family for 15 years, Nitish Kumar for 20 odd years, BJP was there, Congress was there. Now why do you bring it and make it a Hindu-Muslim? You have done it. You are giving tickets on the basis of caste. And if you do a program, I'll give you a sheet of, in fact, I'll send you right away, wherein BJP has given tickets on the basis of caste, upper caste, lower caste, Dalit caste, EBC caste. JDU has done that, RJD has done that, Congress has done that. And then you blame me. How long? I mean, I take pleasure in these people having this great desire to blame me. Do it. I know. You take pride in that. I don't know, but the more you talk about me, that is a moment for me. Do it.
No, Mr. Owaisi, you see, the fact is, the rest of the opposition parties are claiming that AIMIM plays on the, they are claiming that just as you say they are playing on the caste card, you are playing aggressively on the community pitch, which mainstream parties cannot because they fear there will then be a Hindu mobilization. You have less to lose, so you can go and play the Muslim card.
Rajdeep, it is wrong to say I built a Muslim movement. Let me rebut this allegation. The deputy CM of Bihar was Tejashwi Yadav in Siwan. 22nd October 2022, a 70-year-old man was arrested with a small child whose mother stood outside a police station with a birth certificate saying that he's 7 years old. 2 days in police station, 4 days in a proper prison for adults. This man, being the deputy CM, could have lifted the damn phone and told those police people that for God's sake, release that boy. You don't do it. And 100-year-old madrasa was burned. Who went there? You have been the deputy CM. You took 4 MLAs of mine. What have you done for Seemanchal? Show me one work which you have done for Seemanchal. You have not been able to do it. And then you say, oh, so you don't talk about MY, right? BJP does not talk about upper caste. Nitish Kumar does not talk about EBC empowerment. Now, if you do it, it is a Gandhian way of doing politics, is it? And what I do is completely wrong. When I do what you have done and you have empowered those people, you have made them powerful, you have made them leaders, which the Muslim community have become mere voters. Had they become citizens with rights, this discrimination would not have happened. And over and above that, Akhilesh Yadav has the cheek to say of today's result that we will not allow this in UP because we lost because SIR. For God's sake, you have been saying MY, MY, MY. You don't even have the guts to utter the word Muslim from your tongue. You don't even say that.
You see the fact, Mr. Owaisi, Seemanchal is among the most backward areas, not just Bihar, the country. And there will be those today who will say you preyed on that backwardness of Muslims in that area, preyed on the fear of the Ghuspetias to build your base. How is life going to change for the people of Seemanchal, sir?
Well, from 11 years, I have been coming to Seemanchal. Till the rest of my life, I'll be doing it. I know Seemanchal better than Tejashwi Yadav, I can tell you, and better than all these important leaders of India Alliance and BJP leaders. Seemanchal has to be developed. If India has to become stronger, that is a very strategic area. If Bihar has to develop, that area has to develop. We will try our utmost best to raise all the issues of infant mortality, which is the highest in Muslims in Seemanchal, stunted children, illiteracy is the highest, schools are not there, you don't have a central university, you have floods, which every constituency, 100 acres of land is washed away. You have farmers not getting price, you don't have centers where the crop can be bought. So these are issues which will definitely fight for it. And you Rajdeep, let me complete. Akhtarul Iman from Amur, in 5 years, he had done works worth 600 crores. Why couldn't these Johnnies do it? You were the deputy CM. You are in power. Nitish Kumar was in power. What have you done for Seemanchal? Apart from calling them Ghuspeti, you have called the Shershawadi people Ghuspeti.
Let me leave it there. Asaduddin Owaisi ko gussa kyo aata hai? But at the moment today, you have every reason to celebrate. You won 5 seats, made your presence once again felt in Seemanchal. Asaduddin Owaisi for joining us. Thank you very much. It's very interesting, Maria. Asaduddin Owaisi seems to have once again sustained the kind of vote he got in 2020, unlike the other opposition leaders.
And so 2020 wasn't really an aberration for him.
Right.
He has managed to consolidate that and take it further. In fact, there's a piece of breaking news that is coming in now, Rajdeep. Rahul Gandhi has put out his first comments on this victory. In fact, on this loss, he says, I express my heartfelt gratitude to the millions of voters in Bihar who placed their faith in the Grand Alliance. This result in Bihar is truly shocking. We failed to win an election that was not fair from the very beginning. This fight is to protect the constitution and democracy. The Congress Party and the India Alliance will deeply review the results and intensify their efforts to protect democracy. Perhaps a reaction straight from Sudhanshu Trivedi?
Yes,
who's
absolutely.
Joining us?
But even before that, before you go to Sudhanshu, I just want to say, reading what Rahul Gandhi says, are we surprised? This is what they say after every election defeat. We will review it, we will introspect, and nothing changes. Someone once said, quoted Einstein, but I don't think Einstein said it. What is insanity's definition? It's about doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So we'll wait and see. But you've got Sudhanshu Trivedi. Go ahead, Maria.
Sudhanshu Trivedi, how do you look at the tweet of Rahul Gandhi? There is obviously that twist, I would say, to what he says was not a fair election from the very beginning.
Actually, the results of this election is very distinctly clear. Those who were indulging in the shortcut route of politics, means create some caste conflict. Living in the era of Nehru Indira, there is some caste division and you can play the caste card, then go for extreme communal politics, then go abroad and get some statements from there, and then you think that the work will be done. I think those who were trying to do the shortcut of politics, they have been short-circuit. And those who were tried, tested, Narendra Modi ji and Nitish Kumar ji. Now the thing has proved. And as far as this allegation is concerned, I would like to say, despite we have won such a huge margin, there is a matter of concern. How low this country's politics will go. First, बाकायदा भद्दी गाली प्रधानमंत्री की मां को दी जाए, and still you are trying to defend that. You have categorically condemned. Second, you will say that every household will get a government job. Then you will try to rake up the caste issue in the army. Then you will say that the election was entire putting question mark on the entire electoral list. I would like to say, okay, were you able to finalize your coalition list before the election? No. Were you able to finalize your candidate list before the election? No. Now you are blaming the voter list. अब मैं आप इनसे ये कहना चाहता हूं
नहीं सुधांशु जी नहीं सुधांशु जी 1 minute नहीं देखिए सुधांशु जी 1 minute what is being said we no 1 minute I just want to quote what Rahul Gandhi said 1 minute सुधांशु जी we failed to win an election that was not fair from the very beginning. He is saying that this election was a completely unfair election. For example, 10,000 rupees that you gave just before the election to Mahila, that money carried on during the code of conduct even just a day or two before voting.
I think the type of understanding of Indian politics which Rahul Gandhi is having, this is a fundamental problem for Congress party. Is this 10,000 is just given before the elections? When Nitish Kumar ji has come in the last 20 years, Bihar police is having the maximum representation of the vote. When Narendra Modi ji came way back, 11 years back, this Ujjwala Yojana, Jan Dhan Yojana, Shauchalay, Mudra Yojana, Drone Didi, Lakpati Didi, and I would like to remind even during the UPA regime, our MP government has started Ladli Lakshmi Yojana, and from there the name Mamu has came from Shivraj Singh Chauhan, for Shivraj Singh Chauhan, ki bhai beti hogi to hum hain. And moreover the things, it's not just 10,000. Two factors have played a very significant role for women. Number one, because of the prohibition, the domestic violence has decreased drastically. That has given a confidence to the people. Even the women were saying, ठीक है चोरी हो रही थी, तो आप ये कहेंगे चोरी हो रही इसलिए prohibition नहीं होना चाहिए. It's like saying कि theft होती है तो anti-theft वाला law खत्म कर देना चाहिए. Second thing, when comes the issue of law and order, and if a woman is walking on the street, whosoever comes for eve teasing or for any crime, मतलब वो छीनने के लिए आए या छेड़खानी के लिए आए, वो जात नहीं देखता, उसके लिए वो सिर्फ वुमेन होती है. और सबसे ज्यादा जो गरीब तबका है, क्योंकि जो थोड़ी सी मिडिल क्लास हैं, they move in their vehicles or auto or motorcycle or something like that. Those who are moving in the late hours are the weaker section women. They were the biggest casualty. So these two things have given a confidence, and the consistent credibility of BJP and NDA were doing for women in the last several years from center to state. That has given this. It's nothing to do with just 10,000 and others. And one more thing I would like to say. देखिए मैं अभी इनसे ये कहना चाहूंगा, जो मेरा सेंटेंस पूरा नहीं हो पाया था, कि सर अभी इलेक्शन खत्म हुआ है, अभी तो वोटर लिस्ट है ना सबके पास. अभी ये एक बूथ पे, जस्ट इन वन बूथ देयर इज और हार्डली 1000 to 1200 वोटर्स. अभी चेक कर लीजिए कि किसी में 200 फोटो तो नहीं है ना. अभी मैं कहना चाहता हूं आपके बीएलए जाके कंप्लेन कर लें. अभी सीसीटीवी के लिए भी टाइम है. अभी 6 बजे के बाद की जो लाइन हुई है उसका वीडियो बना के रखा है कि नहीं रखा है, या एवरीथिंग हैज बीन केप्ट कि एक साल के बाद
आप चैलेंज दे रहे हैं. No, Sudhanshu ji, you are challenging the Congress. No, you are. No, you are saying the Congress, if it believes the voter lists have been tampered with, should now go and check those voter lists and challenge them within the next few days. Am I correct?
Yes. If you are correct, then you can go and legitimately claim those things. और आज तो social media का ज़माना है ना. Put the photo on the social medias that on so many booths, so many people were there and the voting kept on till 8 or 9 p.m. Which claims used to be made after 12 months, 14 months and 15 months and claiming it as a hydrogen bomb.
Okay.
Sudhanshu. So, sorry, Maria.
Yeah, Sudhanshu ji, but the question also is that if the opposition has or is raising questions with regards to the electoral roll with the election commission, let the commission respond. Why is the BJP coming out in the defense of the commission?
Yes, I would like to. Maria, I think this type of, first I would like to say, today is the birth anniversary of Jawaharlal Nehru ji, which from childhood we have seen celebrated as Children's Day. So these type of childish politics and childish questions has been asked. So I would like to respond on the issue of classroom students. If somebody is saying that in my exam, my numbers are not appropriate, what is the process? Submit a scrutiny form and you will get rechecked. and somebody says, no, no, I will not submit the scrutiny form. My statement is sufficient, but I want an official statement from the examination conducting body. वाह, क्या गजब है साहब. इसीलिए मैं कहना चाहता हूं, आज बाल दिवस की बहुत बहुत बधाई कांग्रेस पार्टी को, विशेष रूप से राहुल गांधी जी को, और जितने भी नेता बाल बुद्धि से भगवान बुद्ध के इस प्रदेश की जनता को बुद्धू बनाने का प्रयास कर रहे थे, उन सारे नेताओं को भी अपना इंट्रोस्पेक्शन करना चाहिए. सेकंड एग्जांपल, अभी मैं राजदीप जी को सुन रहा था, उन्होंने क्रिकेट की एक एग्जांपल दिया था. इन क्रिकेट, if the team thinks that the batsman is out but the umpire has not given out, what is the option? You can go for review. But the team says, oh, I will not go for review, but the third umpire should give the decision. वाह, क्या गजब है. That's why I am saying the fact of the matter is, आज कबीर दास का एक दोहा याद आता है मुझे, जो कांग्रेस को अपने बारे में सोचना चाहिए. और मैं एक स्टैटिस्टिक बता देता हूं. आज ये कह रहे हैं कि ये इलेक्शन कमीशन से हुआ. इन 2010 कांग्रेस गॉट 4 सीट्स and they lost their security deposit in 231 seats and we got 203. तब कौन था भाई इलेक्शन कमीशन में? I am their consistent decline. राजदीप जी, मुझे जस्ट एक 30 सेकेंड्स लगेगा. In 1991 और 1990 इलेक्शन बिहार, कांग्रेस 171. सुनिए, कांग्रेस ने 71 सीटें जीती, 171 पे जमानत जब्त हुई, 24% वोट. 1995 में वोट 16% रह गया, 167 पे जमानत जब्त हुई. 2000 आते आते इनका जो सीट था वो 23 पे आ गया, 11% वोट रह गया, 211 पे जमानत जब्त हुई. 2010 का तो मैंने बता ही दिया. भाई साहब, ये 35 ईयर से जो ये वोट डिसअपियर हो रहा था, इवेपोरेट हो रहा था, वो कौन चोरी कर रहा था? तो मैं कबीर दास का दोहा कहना चाहता हूं कांग्रेस के लिए कि बुरा जो देखन में चला, बुरा न मिलिया कोई. कांग्रेस के लिए कह रहा हूं, जो दिल खोजू आपना, मुझसा बुरा न कोई.
अरे वाह, अरे वाह, सुधांशु जी आप बड़े फॉर्म में हैं. एज आई सेड, कभी कभी बैट्समैन जो है, जब पिच बड़ी अच्छी होती है, वो स्ट्रोक्स लगाने लगता है. बट लेट मी एंड बाय आस्किंग यू, सुधांशु त्रिवेदी, द प्राइम मिनिस्टर टुडे स्पोक. नेक्स्ट टारगेट बंगाल. Do you believe that you have found a formula? 90% of the seats you win in Maharashtra. Now you win 90% of the seats you contested in Bihar. कोई नया फॉर्मूला है? Is it old wine in new bottle है, या बॉटल ही पूरी नई हो गई है?
अब मैं आपको बताता हूं, it's not the question of wine. Last year in 2024, we couldn't cross 400. But twice we have crossed 200. First in Maharashtra, now in Bihar. And the consistently elections happened afterwards. As Prime Minister has said, all the 6 elections put together, Congress has not got 90 seats. तो जो पब्लिक का अफेक्शन एंड कॉन्फिडेंस था टुवर्ड्स प्राइम मिनिस्टर श्री नरेंद्र मोदी, उस पर जो भ्रम पैदा किया गया था, नाउ द पीपुल इज रिएक्टिंग विद अ प्रॉपर वेंजेंस. Now people is trying to give a lesson to those who are trying to befool and hoodwink the people. And as far as Bengal is concerned, sir, ये वाइन नहीं है. गंगोत्री से शुरू होके गंगा सागर तक जाती है. तो गंगोत्री से उत्तराखंड, फिर उत्तर प्रदेश, अब बिहार. तो ऑब्वियसली अब गंगा सागर में जाएगी, और ये विकास की गंगा बंगाल की जनता को भी उसका पूरा का पूरा लाभ देते हुए जाएगी. और विष काल में, अमृत काल में जो विष बीज पनप रहे हैं बंगाल में, उन सारे विष बीजों का भी शमन करते हुए जाएगी.
सुधांशु जी, क्योंकि आप एस्ट्रोलॉजर हैं और एस्ट्रोलॉजी पे बहुत विश्वास रखते हैं, मुझे बताइए कि इतना नंबर क्या आपने प्रिडिक्ट किया था, इतना बड़ा जीत होगा?
देखिए, वैसे मैं एक बात कहना चाहूंगा कि विपक्ष के नेताओं के बारे में विचार करने के लिए मारिया जी जन्म कुंडली देखने की जरूरत नहीं है. उनकी कर्म कुंडली सबके सामने होती है, और वो अपने आप में सफिशिएंट होती है ये बताने के लिए कि वो क्या करने जा रहे हैं. और रही बात इसकी, तो मैं सिर्फ ये कहना चाहूंगा, कंसिस्टेंटली सिंस लास्ट 12 ईयर्स और प्रीवियसली भी, अब वो कभी आपसे इत्मीनान से बताएंगे कि एक टाइम ड्यूरेशन होता है, जिस टाइम ड्यूरेशन के समय जो कंट्री के लिए पॉजिटिव होती, वो चीजों का एक जंप मिलता है. और कंट्री इस समय उस मुकाम पे आके खड़ा है जहां पर कि एक बहुत लंबी छलांग भारत लगाने जा रहा है आने वाले टाइम में. और मुझे लग रहा है इसीलिए बिहार की जनता से भी इतना बड़ा जनादेश प्राप्त हुआ है.
All right, Sudhanshu Trivedi, really appreciate your time. Thank you and congratulations on what certainly is a huge, huge victory for the NDA.
You know, Maria, he made a point which I thought was important because he traced the history of the decline of the Congress. And part of my research for the programs, I was looking at it. Barring that 2015 election, where the Congress was part of the Lalu-Nitish combined, the Congress has struggled in Bihar now for 30-35 years. ये कुछ आज नहीं हुआ. 1990 के बाद लगातार Congress has become smaller and shrunk today to just 6 seats in Bihar. So this is a secular decline in a way of the Congress party. A good point then to raise, what does today's verdict mean for the various political parties? Wing Commander retired Anuma Acharya joins us, spokesperson Congress. Anupriya Yadav is of the JDU. Pawan Verma, General Secretary, Chief Spokesperson of Jan Suraj with us. So we're trying to cover all bases, but Anuma Acharya, to you very quickly first, because you're hearing what the BJP is saying, that your party is in irreversible decline and that the Congress is just not learning from its mistakes. And they are saying that Rahul Gandhi actually is an albatross around your neck. The Prime Minister hinted at the Congress even getting divided further after this election. Your response?
Good evening, Rajdeep and Maria. The most generous thing I can do today is to congratulate the candidates who have won. So yes, congratulations. And as the responsible opposition will continue to raise people's issue like paper leaks, unemployment, migration, price rise, etc. And when you began the debate, you said, this is Sunimo. I would rather call it Dirimo. Delete, rig, and modify. Delete the voters, rig the process, modify the narrative. And we say without...
No, 1 minute, ma'am, 1 minute. Even if for a moment we assume that voters were deleted wrongly, look at the scale of the victory. The scale of the victory surely calls for greater introspection than always blaming the umpire. I'll be very honest with you, and Maria and I both shared this view. Anyone who went to the ground realized that there was a vote surge for Nitish Kumar. The same Nitish Kumar who was your ally 2 years ago, who you let go. Congress makes one blunder after the other and you blame everyone but yourself.
Rajdeep, let me tell you that I was also on ground for 55 days in Vaishali district in one of the assembly, which is a reserved assembly. There 19,500 votes were deleted. And when we tried restoring it, when they deleted at once. But the restoration process was, you have to apply online, you have to give affidavit, and the people who are not very powerful people, they are deprived people.
But when was that, Anumacharya? Because the Supreme Court did ask you to submit an affidavit if there were names missing. If in the first phase, if there were some names missing, what did the Congress party or opposition parties do in raising that? Did you raise it at any platform? I think today may not be the right day for, putting the blame on vote chori or talking about the SIR exercise. There's something going wrong within the Congress party, and that has to be corrected. There is need for course correction, because if you have somebody who's not understanding Bihar, in being the Bihar in charge, Rajdeep, you interviewed him. I mean, did he really understand the Bihari dynamics?
Yeah, corporate management is very different from political management. You end up with friendly fights. Rahul Gandhi does a vote adhikar yatra, then it disappears for a month. I can give
Krishna Alavaru.
Krishna Alavaru, nice guy, but does he understand how Bihar's politics works? I mean, I repeat, Einstein said, or was quoted as saying, possibly wrongly attributed to him, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. Yeah. And then expecting different results.
In fact, every 30 seconds, and I was like, you are not allowing me to speak. All I wanted to say is we have taken up the matter with the Election Commission of India. But when he speaks, he says that there is no single complaint. That's an incorrect thing. In
are you also going to say that there is vote chori of the Jan Suraj party? Blame it on the EVM machines.
See, basically...
Mr. Verma, are you with us?
I am with you, Rajdeep.
Yeah, Mr. Verma, you heard Maria's question. Who do you hold responsible for what many believe is a bit of a debacle, but you're a first-time party, so you get a bit of a breather on that. But you ended up with 3.5% of the vote. when you were expecting at the very least double digit? What went wrong?
Well, Rajiv, notwithstanding your little whistling cameo today, we accept.
No, for which I am apologetic.
That's all right. I don't want to make an issue of it. But I just want to say that we accept the verdict with dignity and with humility. Our only consolation is that we came with the right message of the right kind of politics, of rising above caste and religion when voting for real issues. Our message was right. Our effort could not be faulted. We are a new party, a year old, but nevertheless, the effort that preceded it through the Padyatra and after that the Badlav Yatra was a very, very genuine, sincere, dedicated, and impactful one. We realized that the issues that we raised will now become the governance agenda, part of it, of any government that comes to power. Unemployment, the educational infrastructures neglect, health, outward migration, and corruption. We know that these issues are relevant. We know that the people of Bihar resonate with them, and the crowds that Prashant Kishor attracted were not a social media phenomenon. And therefore, it surprises us that the obvious and transparent support that we got did not convert to seats. We will analyze why not. But we accept the verdict and we will see what needs to be done next.
Okay.
I want, just to press him a little bit more on that. You said that Prashant Kishor was not a social media phenomenon, and I partly agree with you. I traveled with Prashant Kishor, and there was support among the youth. I come back to it. Why did that enthusiasm, I won't say support, enthusiasm about the issues that Prashant Kishor raised, particularly for the young, translate into votes in your view? Was it the lack of an organizational structure, the fact that he didn't contest, the fact that at the end of the day, politics requires stamina to stay the course? You were seen as a one-person show?
Well, Rajdeep, success has many fathers and failure many orphans. So you can attribute all the reasons, and had we done better, you would have said none of them are valid. As I said, we need to analyze it, but many factors did come into play. I now will tell you a general statement. It is going to be very difficult to remove incumbent governments because they have the key to the treasury, and while others promise they can actually make a direct benefit transfer. I'm not saying that is the only reason, but it's a fact. And you have to take that on board. On the other hand, perhaps...
I take your concerns, and in fact, there is a concern that it will affect the fiscal discipline that was put in place if every government just before an election does these large cash transfers. But Maria,
a question to the JDU spokesperson Anupriya Yadav. The question certainly would be about the women of Bihar. They vote for leaders. They have been voting for Nitish Kumar. They did so in 2010. Again, they are repeating after 15 years. So, consistently he has been voted to power. But what about representation in the assembly? Why is it that it has stopped at 50% reservation for women in Panchayat? It has not moved ahead to proper representation in the state assembly and in the state legislature. I mean, legislative council.
मारिया, सबसे पहले तो मैं आपके मंच से मैं बिहार की जनता को बधाई देती हूं कि आज लोकतंत्र की जीत हुई, जनमत की जीत है। और जिस तरह से विपक्ष लगातार सवाल उठाते रहा कि लोकतंत्र खतरे में है, एसआईआर की प्रक्रिया में धांधली हो गई, ईवीएम से वोट चोरी कर गई, ये जीत ये दर्शाता है कि बिहार की जनता ऐसे झूठे वादों में फंसती नहीं है। और आपने अब पूछा हमारे नीतीश कुमार जी की वर्क स्ट्रैटेजी के बारे में कि जब 50% आरक्षण जब उनको पंचायती राज में मिलता है तो यहाँ पर क्यों नहीं? देखिए, मुझे लगता है कि बिहार की जो महिला 2005 में जो उनका सिनेरियो था, उनकी जो एक कह सकते हैं कि लकीर थी उनकी कि वो घर के चार दीवारी के अंदर बनती है। बट 2005 से लगातार नीतीश कुमार जी ने उनको हर आयामों पे, चाहे वो राजनीतिक, सामाजिक, आर्थिक, शैक्षणिक, हर आयामों पे उन्हें सशक्त किया
और ये मुझे लगता है कि ये विनिंग आज जो आप हमारे सीट देख रहे हैं उसमें एक सबसे बड़ा फैक्टर है वो महिला जो डिसाइडिंग वोटर है।
चलिए
ये पूरे बिहार की
अनुप्रिया
जनता
जी,
पे एक जज्बा-
आपको बहुत-बहुत मुबारक हो।
I think there she makes an important point. Mahila was the critical factor. It needs to be examined. It is the new vote bank. In fact, in the next hour, Maria,
Pan India.
Pan India. बिल्कुल सही आपकी बात है. In the next hour, we will look at this Mahila factor, ma'am. ये जो महिला फैक्टर है ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो गया. Whoever wins the women vote, cardinal rule. Next time for journalists, when you go out, go and meet the women. Ask them who they're voting for, particularly silent women. Silent women, not those who come to the camera. You will find the election here. In this election, at least, reporters can claim they picked the trend better than most pollsters. Remember also, we've been putting out a Jito LED contest and we have a winner to announce. Radhakrishnan Alampanath from Palakkad in Kerala is our winner of the first question, Maria, we posed at 8 a.m.
Which was?
Which alliance is projected to win the Bihar Assembly election and how many seats will they secure? He came closest because he, I think, was among the few who actually predicted more than 200 seats for the Nemo combined. So the Sunimo was predicted there in Palakkad.